Hello friends, today we will discuss about the themes and important quotes which we can attempt and write in the questions which we are appearing in the exams of BA English Honours and MA in English Honours of the novel Pride and Prejudice written by Jane Austen. In this video, I will tell you how to write effective and attractive answer when you're appearing for the graduation and post-graduation in English exam while writing themes and quotes to attempt 20 marks question. Before going to narrate the themes and quotes, I must tell you the features of Jane Austen's fictions. You can also use these features to any of her novels because her major issues she is taking it's all same most of in her novels. Like she always be a realist of by nature when she is writing a novel. She draws her materials from actual life, which she used to see as in her society and where, in which era she was living. She was credible, convincing, and she never write any of the fantasy or fanciful events in any of her novel. She has a comedian attitude towards the life, which we can also see in her writings, and her vision is ironical and satirical. Most of her novel major issues, and she always emphasizes on these two characteristics majorly, which is very common in her all works. This novel, Pride and Prejudice, shows piquant and youthful jollity which she misses in her time, which she tried to show through the characters and their lifestyles and what kind of desires they want in their life. Her novels necessarily appeared old fashioned, and the language she used in all her mostly works was a past language. In her novels, we find ourselves in a small world of a country, gentry, clergymen, and middle class people. This is mostly the set she used to portray. This novel, it is a masterpiece of her. It was very famous after it was published, and it tells how a young lady who is having thoughts and which was not accepted by the society, as in that society ladies and females were not that much independent and thoughtful towards the life. Their only motive was to get married soon as they become of age. So her critical disposition reflects her creators as affronted by the haughtiness of a patronizing gentleman who subsequently falls in love with her. In this paragraph, her is a young lady which she is depicting as in her character as Elizabeth Bennet. Incidents occur which happen and deepen how prejudice and intensify his pride. Through this line, we come to realize that it is the major conflict we are discussing on the part of Mr. Darcy and Miss Elizabeth Bennet. Guys, you can also use this paragraph which I have written here as in the characterization of Mr. Darcy and Miss Elizabeth Bennet. It will also very helpful to enhance the language, the material whenever you're writing the answer. Because sometimes as a student we face like what kind of things we can write because it's a question we see of 20 marks and at least we have to write 6 to 7 pages. So these very comparison kind of things we can write in the answer to make it more appropriate and attractive towards the teachers so they can see that yes you have gone through the novel very deeply. Incidents occur and Mr. Darcy proposes for marriage to her but rides the high horses so stubbornly that a fall is inevitable. when she refused of a condensing offer of his hand begins the delicate process of delusionment and revelation of true character, by which the clouds of misunderstandings are eventually dispelled. Darcy's haughtiness is humbled, and the lovers are gradually led to mutual knowledge and respect and affection. In Jane Austen's time, when she wrote this novel, in that time there was the marriages occur as an arranged marriages. Very less there were the love marriages, and the but in this novel we can see many kind of variations. One variation we see as a arranged marriage that has happened of Mr. and Mrs. Bennet. Then there comes a love and first sight like Jane Bennet and Mr. Bingley. Next, there is Elizabeth, who was into making and having a companion of her with the intelligence she was into choosing her man, which was very, very rare of that time. It was not so common to go and find a man who can suit your personality and who can understand you when the time we are talking about. Then there's another case we are seeing like Lydia. She was into flirting with the people and the men, and she's attracted towards the handsome man and try to flirt with those guys of that time. So Jane Austen has portrayed every kind of marriages and love connections which she can think of that time. And the ideal one is always be the protagonist love, like Elizabeth and Darcy, as Darcy is portrayed as pride in the novel, and Elizabeth portrayed as a prejudice. These two characters have the main title of the novel. It also shows that how Jane Austen has portrayed both pride and prejudice in both characters, and how gradually they were before towards each other, and as the novel goes on, how their thinking has been changed towards each other, and in the end how they become together as a lover and love each other as a companion. This is what the main theme of the novel and how the characters the Jane Austen has portrayed this is all about. Now, after giving the introduction and the features of the novel, now we come on the topic of themes in the novel. See, guys, when you're attempting the questions, you have to start the question while introducing the novel's name. Like, if you are getting a question on Jane Austen novel, and the question is like define the characteristic of Mr. Darcy in the novel Pride and Prejudice. So guys, you have to start the question by writing that this is Pride and Prejudice has been written by Jane Austen in the published year, and it was 1813 it was written in that year, and how the characters, you can also name the characters of the novel and the theme and the features which I have told you in just before, a little before of this video. You can also mention the features and the way of writing of the novelist. Then there you can start writing little bit about Mr. Darcy and how he enters on the plot and how he's role portrayed by the Jane Austen. You have to focus on him only, and while focusing on him, you can also write about the people connected to him, how they are seeing him as a character, as a person in the story. Then later on, when you describe 2 or 3 pages on the storyline, then you can add themes of the novel. There you can start by writing the headings. I am writing 14 themes in this video. You can remember these themes, and whichever you come across or you remember at the time of paper, you can mention at least 7 to 8 themes. These are many themes I have written. It's not compulsory you have to write all the 14 I can also give you one in one of my video how to write a proper answer of it. After writing these themes, you can elaborate them. I'm giving you further the basic difficult themes definition and make you understand in simple language by my explanation how you can describe one theme while you're writing the answer, and the later the normal themes which are not that much difficult to understand, and you can also write the examples while writing the themes. First theme is realism. In this definition, in this theme, you can write about the definition like it is a concern for fact or reality and rejection of impractical and visionary. Most of the time, when we are reading this Pride and Prejudice, if you read the text, guys, you can see the things that it is not a fictionary novel. It's totally based on the reality of the society. How the society reacts when there is the mismatch of a couple, like a girl belongs to a middle class and guy belongs to a higher class. How society see this relationship and how they are rejecting it. So in that way the reality is shown in this novel by Jane Austen. A doctrine that universals exist outside the mind, specifically the conception that an abstract term names as independent reality. You can also explain it in your own way, and it is the first line is the major definition of it. Next theme is ironical. Ironically is defined as done in a way that is directly opposite to what is expected or to what has been said. For example, of something done ironically, taking someone's lunch while saying that stealing is wrong. In this example, you can also write the example from the novel, like you can take any incident happen ironically in the novel as an example. For instance, if we take a situational irony in the Pride and Prejudice novel, the famous line says, "She is tolerable but not handsome enough to tempt me." It is the line said by the Mr. Darcy towards Miss Elizabeth. He meant to express how a woman like Elizabeth, who is not of a high social status as he is, has no chance in ever tempting him to fall in love with her. So, this is the example we can take in explaining the term ironical incident and ironical theme. Next theme is satirical. It is an adjective that describes satire, a work that is intended to ridicule the shortcomings and antics of a person or group. So, something that is satirical often looks like a real thing in order to make fun of it. For instance, Jane Austen uses other women characters throughout Pride and Prejudice to satirize this social expectation of marrying as duty and for wealth. She begins the book with a sarcastic sentence, writing, "It is truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be want of a wife." So, this is the example we can use in satirical theme to support our answer. Next theme is feminism. It is a belief in and desire for equality between the sexes. The belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It encompasses social, political, and economic equality. Of course, a lot of tweak the definition to make it their own, but this is the way. We can also use Merriam Webster quote like this while writing proper quoting uh, commas, and write her name as well. It will also be a very attractive quotation type of definition you can also write in the paper. In this novel, the novelist take the issues of feminism in the novel were because of gender inequality that could be seen in the system of entailment and the lack of opportunity of self actualization. The system of entailment in Pride and Prejudice was the future restriction of ownership of family estate to particular descendants. It also gave the simple incident of the Bennet family when there are all the Bennet sisters and no one was the son. So, in that scenario, the novelist shown the incident as Mr. Collins, who was not a immediate relative of Bennet family but a cousin of Mr. Bennet somehow. and due to not having any male heir, he has to give his all property rights to a male relative, which was shown as a gender inequality. This is the picture Jane Austen has depicted and take the topic as feminism. Next theme is patriarchal society. Jane has shown it in her novel and the picture of how the male society is dominating the females. Like it's a denoting a system of society or government controlled by men. The man controlled society is known as patriarchal society. A very good example is given in this novel when Elizabeth Bennet is the protagonist and she was major conflict revolves around her struggle to find a compatible husband despite the obstacles presented by both social conventions and her own lack of self-awareness. It was a major issue depicted by the novelist. Next theme is post-colonialism, the historical period or state of affairs representing the aftermath of Western colonialism. The term can also be used to describe the concurrent project to reclaim and rethink the history and agency of people subordinated under various forms of imperialism. It is that era where terms like feminism, Marxism, realism come into light. So, when these revolutions come on the limelight, those era as characterized as Victorian era, post-colonialism, before past colonialism, something like this, they have portrayed it. So, it is the text written in as an example of post-colonialized society. Next theme is money. Money is all over the novel. The class issue, high and low status, all everywhere we can see there is proudness due to the money. Next is self knowledge. It is totally based theme on Elizabeth as she was totally into knowing herself, and due to her self knowledge she was into knowing and finding a man for herself who can understand her. This is the example of self knowledge. Then it comes the next point, it's old fashioned. This is a novel of Victorian era and there is the old fashioned theme is depicting all times how the class issues were there, how people's low mentality and very narrow mentality towards the life. Next is show middle class family. There is we can see Bennett family is the biggest example of middle class, how their lifestyle is, what kind of desires they have, how they used to think. Next is class. The class issue was there, higher and lower class. You can also express in your own words and give the examples according to them. Then there is a social position, how the social and society norms affect a marriage and love of the couple and their future. So these all the themes we can discuss, and you